What's up, beaners? Day 38. So, I got this seat mounted. What I ended up doing, this side does not have a nut welded to the body, so I'm gonna have to put a bolt with a washer and then a washer under the bottom, a big ass washer. I'm actually gonna make it out of a piece of flat stock and put a nut behind it. And then this one's good. The two back ones are good. They're like right here. But yeah, it fits nice. Fits real nice. I'm gonna work on that one next, and then once that one's set, then I'll work on the brackets for the center console, which I have the stock ones right here. So I'm gonna see if there's a way that I can make these fit on the transmission tunnel. If not, I got a welder, got a grinder. We'll make it work. Let's get it. All right, y'all. So this is what I came up with. So I notched the rears because these are going to be a pain in the ass to tighten. So that way I could plop it in, pull it back, and then set the two front ones. But I still need to clean these up. I just did like a test fit. So I'll make these a little bit prettier. And then the fronts, they're right on the spot on these. Now, since the memory module didn't work on this one, I have to manually lift and lower the base. So I'm thinking I'll try to drop it as much as I can while still being able to get a wrench in here. But I think it's gonna work. All right, y'all. I didn't really get to finish or do much anything yesterday. I ended up cooking and, well, you know. So I got these mounted up, or made up, right there and right there. And I made it to where it'll slide a little bit. Now I'm working on that side. Now that side, the brackets are gonna be similar, but the hump for the transmission is a little more towards the passenger side. See how close it is here compared to there? So they're still gonna fit pretty much the same. I'm gonna have to rework this air conditioner ducting that goes towards the back. But the issue I'm running into is here. See, so the bracket for the seat belt, it sticks out farther than the rail itself. So I'm going to pretty much chop this section off and then mount it flush. So it's flush with the rail so that it fits straight. And then I'll go ahead and weld the tabs on to actually bolt the seats down. Then once that's done, we can start on the back seats. And I got a pretty good idea of what we're gonna have to do with the back seats. The brackets for those are a little weird, so we'll tackle that when we get to it. Let's get these done and make sure everything lines up and it bolts down, and then we'll pull them both out and start working on those. Also, I want to show you guys this part. Right here, it had like a little, kind of like a lip where the bolt went. And then on this side, it had like a little bracket that came out like this. So I cut that off, and then on the front, this is a 2015. I know the 15 and up to like 2023, the present ones, they don't have bolts up here. They have like a hook where it hooks into the cab. So chop these off, cut this one off, trim this one down, and then cut these two hooks off as well. Now my measurement to where I want the seats to sit, it's from this edge, it's 2 3/4 inches. That's where the hole is at. So I'm gonna make a tab about 3 inches wide and weld that to where the center of that tab is at the 2 3/4 inch measurement. And it's the same for all of those, 2 3/4 inches. And I think from here to the next one, it's 13 inches. Let me measure that again so I don't mess it up. So, from the front hole to the back, well, I was way off. It's about 10 5/8, center to center. So, the left side is the same too. It is 10 5/8. And don't let these little like bumps throw you off. It makes it look like they're not even, but the holes are even all the way across. They're straight. It's just these stamps in the sheet metal that make it look like it's not. That kind of messed me up a little bit. But from here all the way across to that one, they're all completely straight. So if your rails are straight and you mount your brackets in the same spot as those, they'll be in the same spot as the driver's side. So yeah, let's modify that seatbelt bracket, and we'll make the brackets to mount to the floor and try it out. So here's what we came up with. I welded these on, and made this one flush. So the rears, I left them notched because it's gonna be a pain to get a bolt in through here. So I left it to where you could put the bolt in the body first and then slide it in and then bolt these in. That made it a lot easier to set up. That's the driver one. This one's done. Passenger side is done. I might need some help to wrestle the back ones in, but I'll see if my old lady's down to help, and we can start marking those up to get them bolted down. All right. This was a pain in the ass to get in here because that seat likes to flop on its own. But I got the seats mocked up. That bracket right there needs a spacer for this side. And also, the ones on the edges need a spacer. So I need to fab those up and then bolt it down. It uses the stock. It's kind of dark in here, but you can't see shit anyway. All right, this is a little better. This hole right here drops right in here. And then the ones for the front drop right where the old seat used to go, right here. So I'm gonna bolt those up. Those are bolted in, and I need to make brackets for the ones on the sides and the middle one on the back side, and then the same for that side on the back. And measurements for this one is 3 3/4 inches in height, 5 inches wide. The bolt holes are 3.5 center to center. And then this one, there's like a little cover here, and I think I'm gonna pop this out, or maybe I can just I don't know, drill into it or something and put a bolt in. But we'll figure that out when we get there. For now, I'm gonna fab up that one, bolt up the middle, and then I'll go ahead and fab up the ones for the sides. They're 2.5 inches, 2 3/4 inches in height. So once we get those fabbed up, we should be able to bolt up the seat all the way and then pull everything out. I got the front seats mounted as well. Bam! That look good. But we'll be able to pull everything out, put the carpet in, and then, oh, I still need to wire up the audio stuff for the stereo, all the speakers and shit. This thing has speakers everywhere. It's got some in the door panels here, there, the back doors. They also threw speakers in on the plastic piece that went right here, and there's also some up here. I plan to keep all that. And then eventually I'll make a box to go under this seat. So let's start with the brackets and go from there. All right, guys, here's what I came up with. This one is for the big mount back here. Let me get a light. All right, we got light. So this one is gonna go like this. Bam, bam, wham, bam. I need to drill a hole there, and I'll put a bolt through that, and then bolt these up here. You see, here's the little covers that I was talking about. I don't know if those come out or what. But, I don't know. I'm kind of sketched out on trying to mount something here. So I might just make like an L bracket and weld it to the cab right here. And just put a bolt through it here. Same on that side. But, we're getting there. There it is. These two are already mounted up. All the screws are just hand tight because I still got to pull everything out for the carpet. But there you go. I was thinking of not using the center console and getting a jump seat instead. Just because it'd probably be easier than having a fiberglass everything to get it to match up the dash over here. Let me, it's a pretty big gap. Let me get a center console in here so you guys can see what I'm dealing with. All right. See, that's what we got so far. It fits really nice. I really love the feel of the center console in here. But, see, this is the gap I'm talking about. All this right here. So my original plan was maybe put the head unit here. You know? Something centralized. It would look pretty dope right there. But I'm making more work for myself because I would have to make some kind of panel here and then the passenger side all the way down. This side isn't too crazy, but you know, and I already got the drive-by-wire pedal mounted, but I don't know. I know jump seats aren't super cheap, or at least like this year vehicle. For like a 2015, they're not very cheap at all. I found some on eBay for like 300 bucks, and it's 300 bucks that I don't want to spend. I don't know. It's a tough one, fellas. What do y'all think? Should I make this work? Do the work to make this fit? Or should I just scrap this idea and just get a jump seat with a center console with like the cup holders and shit where you could fold it up and make it like a bench seat? Let me know in the comments. That's all we got for today, fellas. These seats are kicking my ass, but we're almost there. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.